So for you, do you think that Brown's like an explorer?
He's a junkyard dog.
Actually, I brought him to Jason's house one time, and I was like, where the fuck is Brown? And I went out to his front lawn, and I was like, Brown! And then from all the way down to like this elementary school he lives by, I just see this little tiny creature just running. And then I was like, what the fuck?
Brown the Explorer, dude.
Yeah.
Have you ever lost him?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I did lose him once. One time I was actually coming here to JK News, and when we pulled out of the garage, he ran out, but we didn't notice that. And when we came back home, he was just completely gone. And then my neighbor had him. Yeah.
Our dog too found out a way to, there's like a front gate, you know, and there's a grassy area, we leave her out to go pee. But she goes through the gate, but she's so fucking dumb, she doesn't realize she could come back in the same way she came out.
Oh my god.
So she's just out there crying, like, you fucking went out that way, you could come back in, there's no force field, you fucking moron. And then the other time she left, our fucking Filipino neighbor, he was like, is this yours? I was like, where the fuck did you go? And she has like a Pikachu like coat on and shit. So it's like, he was like holding my dog. I was like, what the fuck? He's like, she just kept following me. No, these hoes ain't loyal, dude.
Pikachu coat.
He was probably like, this dog's cold, so he put a Pikachu dog coat on it.
Fucking crazy, dude.
One of my dogs, actually my mom's friend, they wanted to like borrow her just to like take her home and just like pet her and play with her, right? And she figured out a way to escape that house, and like she just started bolting towards like our house, because like we just lived down the street. And she started running, and like the people who were like watching over her didn't realize until like they saw like a little like small dog running out in the distance, and you can see her like looking back like this, like, no, I don't want to be there. And she's like bolting back to her house, and they're like, where are you going? And then soon my mom found her in the front door. She's like, what the hell? What are you doing here?
That shit probably could have crashed on top of their heads, and it happened so fast, like, you're not gonna know, like, you know?
Yeah, it's just a freak accident.
I remember working at a warehouse, and the truck driver was backing his, container onto our dock, right? And at this moment, he probably left like 3 feet of space between the dock and outside, and he put his truck on like neutral. And then we're like, hey, you need to back up a little bit more, but he left his truck. So one of my workers was right in the middle, in between the truck and the dock, and he was unloading, right? And then, because it was on neutral, it started slowly rolling back toward the dock. And then we were like, get the fuck out of there, move, move. And then he was like, holy shit, and he just fucking jumped on top of the dock and fucking rolled, and then the container came crashing, boom! And all these boxes fell in, and we were like, holy fuck, dude, he could have been smashed. And like, it was just 1 second away, he jumped and rolled. If it was any of our other big guys,
They've been dead.
they would have been dead. Good thing he was like a breakdancer and shit. He just
Air flared out of there and shit. Holy shit.
He just sat there with like this face like, damn, I could have died. And like, the truck driver was just like, holy shit. And I think he doesn't know that he didn't put his parking brake on. He just left it on neutral. So we gave their company a call, and that shit was dangerous.
Remember that one video of that one, he was a black guy in Korea, he was a teacher, and there was an older Korean gentleman that was telling him that "네가 여기 앉아," and then he's like, hey, you can sit over here, but he heard the word and he flipped the fuck out, like he was like trying to fight the old guy, and that old Korean guy was telling him to have a seat next to him.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was at Michael's, and then there was like this marker section, and then it had the name of the color in English, and then on the other side it had it in Spanish. And then it was like during a lunch hour or something. There were these two coworkers. I guess they were trying to get some stuff. So I'm like looking, minding my own business, whatever I need. And then this black lady goes, "Oh hell no! How are they gonna name this black marker Negro?" And then the coworker was like, "No, that's negro. That's black in Spanish." And she's like, "Oh shit, that's cool." And I was just laughing so hard. But she was like legit offended. Like, how are they gonna call this shit Negro? And she was like, that's negro.
And then she leaves, and then everybody's like, oh, that's a close call.
I know, fucking remove it.
That's crazy, dude.
But I mean, this one's a little bit confusing, because one article says that they were at a drive-thru, and then another one just said that they were.
Can we just see a picture?
Yeah, I will.
I want to be a judge of this wackery.
Does this look like masturbating to you? Or does it look like he's...
It looks like he got to itch his
scratching.
balls.
Yeah.
Well, it depends how long he's been scratching his balls.
And it also depends on the expression on the face. Is it like this?
We do remember a 4th of July party where
Oh my
someone
god.
happened to have
Can you
masturbated.
please share with our audience what you are referring to?
I will not mention a name.
Please don't do that.
But there was a man who got drunk at our last year's 4th of July party. It was at Joe's new place. And then...
Was he a close friend of ours?
I brought him.
You know, there's actually footage where they
There
can
is
refer
actual
to
footage.
on Just Kidding Party.
Yeah, so dude knocked out, and it initially looked like a scratch, and we were laughing, and then the motion changed, and he started jacking off in the middle of a 4th of July birthday.
And his smile started getting kind of big.
Yes.
That was
While he was on my roommate's dog bed.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah, it was interesting.
because we were looking at him on the floor, what appeared to be like dead, and then he goes to scratch his balls half asleep, and then the scratching literally was like one of these, and we were like, what the fuck? David, your guest! What kind of people are you bringing around us? What is this?
Alcohol is a hell of a drug.
Yes, I am so sorry, by the way.
I've never seen that in my life. I would never think that I would ever witness it in front of my face in my own friend's home.
I would have never thought anybody could have done that. Like the audacity. You know what I mean?
It reminded me of the zoo when monkeys touch themselves.